I chose the integrated course because it was the most suitable for me at that time. But you need to think that you have to commit for at least 2 or 2.5 years to just do that. Because in my example, I had the theoretical lessons in the afternoon and made my flights in the morning. So you have to think maybe you have a flight 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, come back from flying, and then you have your lessons for maybe 4 or 5 in the afternoon to late 9 or 10. So it's the whole day just flying.
So I choose that route because I did my education in Iceland, and when I started my education, there was only one school in Iceland that could provide that training, and that school only had the modular way. So that was mainly the reason I chose the modular way.
Modular training, from the very start, when you're starting your training, to the very end, it could take more time than the integrated training, because the modular training, you have to do it by parts. You take your PPL first, your IR, and things like that, and you have to examine for each of those modules. For example, PPL, you have to do your PPL examination and then your IR examination in order to get all the pilot certifications. I chose the integrated course because, as I said, it was the most suitable for me, and I wanted everything in a package, because I do everything and then in the end I do my examinations. And the fly school arranged so you could get everything by the book, and you don't have to think that much and work every day to just see what you have to do at that step. The fly schools does everything for you.
I did think about the integrated way just a little bit, but when I started aviation, I was at the university as well. So for me, from the very beginning, it was just the best to go modular way, because I had to combine, part-time job and my private pilot license and the university at the same time. So I wasn't going to commit it like maybe 2 years or something like that in the integrated way, because I wanted to do some other things in between.
For me, it took, I think it was about 19-20 months, because, as I said, it's a commitment to that, and it depends a lot of you for how long you want to be there. If you're on the instructors and say that you want to fly, if someone don't come, they can call you and you want to fly. You study hard and do all the examination on the subjects as fast as possible. You can finish and end your ATPL quite fast. But as I said, it depends on you.
It's a little bit tricky because it's modular way, so obviously everything is divided into modules. So I did my private pilot license in like 6 months, 7 months, but that was because I was at the university, and obviously in Iceland the weather is not the best to fly, so it delays a little bit. And then after the private pilot, I stopped for a full year. So in that year, I went as an exchange student to other country. So I didn't fly that year too much, and then after that year I came back to Iceland, and I was saving money for the ATPL theory, and then only did the ATPL theory, and then after ATPL theory I have to save money again for the practical training. So I would say that if I don't count all the breaks that I have in between the courses, I would say that it took me maybe 3 years or something like that. But from the very first day of training, or the very first day that I flew a plane to the last day I got my commercial license, maybe it was like 4 years and a half, something like that. But that was because I have a lot of breaks in between to save some money and so on.
The biggest benefits of integrated is, as I said, you get everything in the book, and you just follow the steps. Start flying while you're doing your theoretical lessons, going to the theoretical lessons, sorry, and just go there every day. The modular way, you need to think a lot, you have to do this, then wait for your license to get the other thing, and so on. So for me, it was the best way. Maybe the modular is better for you because you're working and you need to get the money first to pay for the next lesson and things like that. In the integrated way, you pay the amount every month and that's it. You fly, you study and things like that. In the modular, you pay for each module and each step.
Style. Well, I don't know the other integrated way because obviously I only did the modular way. But I would say that one thing that I enjoy the most for the modular way is that I have chances to change schools and then fly in other places, which in the end helped me to develop some skill as a pilot. So for example, I did my PPL and my ATPL theory in Iceland. And then after that, I was also flying gliders in Japan a little bit. And then I went to Malta also to do my instrument rating, multi-engine CPL. And then my flight instructor rating, I got it here in Gran Canaria, where I'm currently working as a flight instructor. And I would say that's the best benefit, that you don't 100 commit to one school and you have opportunities to move in between schools and then in between modules. So I mean that was fun, just to try some other countries and try some other different schools. So that would be obviously maybe the time as well, because in between modules, maybe you finish a module, but if you don't have money to start in the next module, then you have to stop until you get some money to pay that. So I would say time consuming is one, and also in between modules it's really easy to stop. And when you stop in aviation, it's a little bit hard to get back. So I would say that in Integrate you have the momentum going on all the way until you finish. So I would say that is one bad thing about the modular way. And the other one is obviously that if I have the good things about going to different schools and flying in different countries, that would be also taking the bad things of going into each school and different countries. So I mean, you have the good things of each school, but you also take the bad things of each school and each country. So I would say that could be the worst part of modular. But either way, modular or integrated, the end of those programs is to get your license, your commercial license, or your rating. So it's just a matter of maybe what suits you best, if modular or integrated. In my case, modular was the best because I wanted to do some other things in between my trainings.
As I said, it depends on you. If you want to fly, if you want to become pilots, just go for it, play hard, and choose the way that's better for you. And so don't think about the possible way to finish quickest in the less time possible. Just do it the way that you can do it and that you feel comfortable. I tell you, you're going to enjoy it a lot and you're going to love it even more than you do right now. So just go for it.